What is going on, everybody? My name is Chris. Welcome to my channel, Chris Fit. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my transformation that I have made over a 1 year period. I started my transformation of June of 2016. We're currently in October of 2017. So it's been a little over a year now. And I wanted to basically talk about the changes that I've noticed. Also talk about how I was training and then what are my future goals going forward. With that being said, I'm about to head to the gym, go get a chest, tricep, and shoulder workout in. And I also trying to get used to walking around with this camera in my hand, man. It feels a little different, but anyways, I'm gonna take you guys along with me. So stay tuned for the video. All right, so check it out. It's the very next day, and I actually delayed the video, so I wanted to get a better scenery, get more light, that way the video just didn't look underexposed or whatever. Progress, right? So I started my fitness journey in June of 2016. Currently we sitting in, when this video is being made, is currently October of 2017. So it's been a little over a year now. There's some things that I have learned, some things that I want to try in my training regimen. But so far, when I weighed in the other day, I was sitting at 166 pounds. And when I first started my fitness journey, I weighed in at like 145 pounds. The first day I started training with my trainer. It's a little background. When I first started, and this goes to, you know, just start, just do it, just get into it, and then everything will happen over a period of time. So I signed up for a gym membership. I had a little extra money and I said, hey, it's really time for me to, you know, try to take this fitness thing a little more serious. So I had a little extra money. I signed up for a gym membership, and I also, the training was very affordable, so I went and got me a trainer. I think I had like 10 sessions. It was a good price, 30-minute sessions, right? It could have been like 20 sessions or something like that, right? And I was training 2 times a week, starting out for 30 minutes. And I did that for maybe like 2 months. So all of June, all of July basically. And then I think around August, I bumped up my training sessions, or like towards the end of July going into August, I bumped up my training sessions to an hour. To take it more serious, you know, this is starting to become my lifestyle now. So instead of going twice a week, now I was going 3 times a week. And going 3 times a week, probably, you know, depending on how much time I had, I either work out for 30 minutes or I work out for an hour. But I made sure to at least hit those main muscle groups. So I guess you could say when I was doing the 30-minute sessions, I was doing like a upper body, lower body split, or if I did 2 upper body splits 1 week, then I would hit legs, and then it'd be another upper body split. Training more days, learning more things, which I'm bringing to you guys. But on the screen, as I'm discussing everything, you're gonna have pictures, and there's also probably gonna be a few clips as well. You gotta forgive me, right? Because I don't have too much experience with trying to pose and everything. In my phone, I actually have an album listed as workout progress. So the very first video, the very first photo I took was June 4th of 2016. No definition whatsoever. I mean, I was pretty lean. Like I said, when I weighed in that day, I was weighing 145 pounds. And around that time, I could clearly remember I had never really hit 150 pounds. So I was, the weight range that I was sitting at the majority of the time was 145 to 148 pounds. I mean, for the most part, I was pretty lean, but it really wasn't too much muscle on my body. So maybe 2 weeks later, we look at the next photo, and it is June 16 of 2016. And now you can kind of see, this is obviously training. So if it's 2 weeks, I done went through 4 sessions already, 4 30-minute sessions. And you can see the chest is a little more defined now, starting to build a little bit of muscle. And I tell you what, after that first workout, I was so sore but you know, I was able to recover in enough time that way I can jump into the next week, because that first phase of when you first start working out, or you haven't worked out in a while, and then you work out and that's all that soreness, it can really basically kind of scare you away from really trying to work out. You know, this is something that I wanted to do, and I know it was that soreness was only gonna be temporary. So we jump into this photo. It's June 29th of 2016. And if I would have basically had like a more strict diet, the abs would have been even more visible. But you can see the abs, you can see the muscle defining around the chest, the arms, the biceps was a little bigger. And you know, this was what, 3-4 weeks of training, you know, consistently, 2 times a week. And just that little difference right there was the gateway to everything. And one thing that me and my trainer had discussed when I first started was what were my goals, and one thing I mentioned is like building my core up. So working on doing a lot of abdominal work, you know, strengthening my core. And you can see I was really putting in a lot of work. I must mention though that this picture, the first picture you're gonna see, it was I was flexing. And then the next picture over would be just with me without flexing. Like I said, the abdominal, the abs were there. However, if I had a strict diet, you could basically visibly see it with no problem. So we jump into July 6th. So now it's been officially like a month of training consistently. So this is July 6th, 2016. And one thing that this photo shows was that the muscles was becoming even more defined. It was starting to grow. If you pay attention to the my abdominal area, you can kind of see how it curves a little bit. You know, it's because the abdominal, my core was becoming a little more defined. It was becoming a lot stronger as well, because there would be certain workouts that was difficult that was becoming easy now. But I tell you what, even after training over this period of time, where it's been over a year, I can tell you what, if you really want that core, you know, you want to have a core, a strong core, you want to have those abs showing, your diet, and also training your core very hard is something that you really have to do. And it's weird because when you exercise, your core is involved in just about everything you do. So but this was just me putting focus on core training, and I could just see how the difference was making on my body. Now we jump into August 10th of 2016, and there's a huge difference in my physique. I put on a little more weight. I could tell that's it's slightly a little more fat. But looking at my shoulders, they a lot bigger, they're a little more defined. The biceps look bigger, the chest is more defined and bigger. The abdominals are still there where you got that curve. And then, but at the same time, I'm looking at it and it's a little more fat on my body, just slightly a little bit. I could have been coming in at 150 pounds at this point in time. But on the same token, you know, I'm bulking up. So I'm not really upset, or I'm not really like ashamed of how much fat I have put on, because I also have gotten stronger. I have put on more muscle, but along the way I am bulking. I have put on a little more fat, and it is around my midsection. If you could get past all of that, you'll be fine, because when you cut down, you're gonna be on point. So September 1st of 2016 is the next one, and you could tell that now I have put on a little more fat around my body. I was probably coming in at 153 pounds around this point in time. I was looking a little bigger. So the last photo that you just seen was from the 1st of September 2016. Now we're gonna go 2 days later. So this is September 3rd of 2016. I remember this day specifically. I had just got off from my overnight job that I was working with at the time. And me and my homeboy had went and got an early morning workout in right after we had got off, right? And we hit like it was like a chest workout. right? So this here, the pump was so crazy, and I took the photo, but I took it where I was still like, basically I tightened up, so I was flexing everything. And you know, at this point, that's why I was saying I probably was like 150, 153 pounds at this point in time. I still was fairly lean. This here was me just flexing. So if I was able to flex and I could still see everything, I was pretty much satisfied. You know, that's how I knew I still had a good amount of muscle, and the fat was just to a minimum. You know, and in this photo, like I said, the pump was crazy, so it was right after a workout. So it really wasn't my true physique because I'm flexing, obviously, and I had a good pump. But it kind of gives you an idea, like, okay, I still was pretty lean. I had built a good amount of muscle over a period of time, just that fast. And this here now, I was training like at this point in time, in September of 2016, I was training maybe like 3 to 4 times consistently, weekly, right? So, and this can be from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how much time I had. I just made sure I target that muscle and I went all out. We are gonna jump into a few video clips as well as me flexing. Like I said, I don't have experience flexing, so it's not the best, but this first clip is gonna be from November 13th of 2016. And I know at this point I had been sitting like 155 pounds. So now we hop into 2017. The last clip was from November of 2016. So we basically closed out 2016, and you kind of can get an idea of what my physique was. And then those first few months of the beginning of the year, it kind of stayed that way. Like I said, the progress was gradually growing. So we hop into May 14th of 2017. So we're currently in this year. This is after a workout. And there's gonna be a big difference, right? So obviously, I'm not as lean as I am from 2016 when I first started, even ending out the year, right? But I tell you what, at this point in time, I'm sitting at like 160 pounds, May 14th. I'm sitting at 160 pounds. Obviously, I'm a little bigger than, you know, from 2016. I'm bigger, I have more muscle, but along the way I did put on a lot of fat. So my core, my abdominal area is not as defined anymore. But you can also see where improvements have been made as far as getting bigger. We're gonna get into the last part of the video, which is my current physique, which I recorded not too long ago, and I'm sitting at 166 pounds that when I weighed in. What's going on, everybody? So currently when I'm doing this physique update, the date is October 22nd, 2017. So as of right now, I have just woke up, so I have nothing in my system, no water, no nothing, and I'm currently weighing in at 166 pounds that I weighed in this morning. So anyways, let's get into it. This is gonna be an upper body physique update. I'll hit you with the lower body physique with my legs looking like on another video. So let's get into it. All right. Other side. chest. Okay, then we're gonna go to the back. All right, so that's currently what my physique is looking like. All right, everybody, so now you got my 1 year transformation, what my current physique is looking like, at least the upper body part, right? And you know, my plans going forward is just to continue to build muscle and get stronger along the way. It's not that time to cut yet, and I'm satisfied with the amount of growth I have made within this past year, but now it's time to build on top of that. We're entering bulking season, so get ready for a series coming from me. Anyways, I hope this video for you guys that are skinny and trying to put on weight, trying to bulk up, I hope this is a little motivation. I hope you can gain something from it. And then I also hope that by looking at this transformation of my progress so far, you might want to continue watching these videos, keeping track of along the way with me of how I go about things, how I grow. I hope you enjoyed watching this video of my 1 year transformation. And if you haven't already, subscribe. This is Chris from Chris Fit. You know, stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.